Maintenance personnel, report to the vault for immediate service. Overtime pay has been authorized for the duration of this emergency.
Whoever's party lead has to interact with the terminal over there.
This is a Vault Tech emergency broadcast. Vault 94 is currently experiencing severe flooding. Maintenance personnel, report to the vault for immediate service. Overtime pay has been authorized for the duration of this
Da
emergency.
lì?
This is a Vault Tech emergency broadcast. Vault 94 is currently experiencing severe flooding. Maintenance personnel, report to the vault for immediate service. Overtime pay has been authorized for the duration of this emergency. Emergency broadcast. Vault 94 is currently experiencing severe flooding. Maintenance personnel, report to the vault for immediate service. Overtime pay has been authorized for the duration of this emergency. This is a Vault Tech emergency broadcast. Vault 94 is currently experiencing severe flooding. Maintenance personnel, report to the vault for immediate service. Overtime pay has been authorized for the duration of this emergency.
Base. Sì, è base standard difficile, tipo.
This is a Vault Tech emergency broadcast. Vault 94 is currently experiencing severe
Dovrei aver
flooding.
fatto.
Catastrophic flooding detected. Initiating emergency maintenance protocol. Maintenance engineers, proceed to the pump control station in the agriculture wing and activate emergency flood control procedure K-52.
Io c'era un altro terminale.
Vault door cycling complete.
Yeah, so
Opening
basically,
emergency bulkhead 1.
first and foremost, fix any leaking pipes you see. That's how you get more time. It's not as important in Novice because you don't get any additional time for it, but there's still, like, the main objective in each room is pipes first. In the normal one, you can pretty much run past these guys and they'll catch up to you while you wait for the first door cycle.
All wings of the vault have sealed to contain the flooding. Extensive damage to flood control pipes detected. Conduct repairs to drainage.
Oh, dietro. Che munizioni dicevi?
Lewis, but in the timed versions, you don't need to necessarily worry about fighting these things too much. You can sprint around them. Really, the main thing is fixing the pipes to get to the next basic set of objectives. Yeah, I mean, unless you're getting pinned down, the name of the game is like you'll see them sit like leaking. They're like it's like the same as the steam pipes in one of the reactors. Have to fix, like you can see, we have a minimum number we need to fix, and then additional past that additional time we get.
Repairs acknowledged.
Like, say 15 seconds per pipe past the minimum. So now while the pipe is, or while the next section is draining, with like fight stuff. And if you pay attention, and you should pay attention, there's a legendary that should spawn somewhere in this wave. Like, if you start the draining process, it spawns a legendary. If somebody wants to call him out so everybody can get a hit.
Operation complete. You may now access the residential wing.
Sto sforzate capì, ma con gli spari non sento proprio niente.
Warning. Flood control pump Alpha has failed. Flood control pump Delta has failed. Pump restart codes will be required in order to activate the flood control procedure.
Okay, so in this next section, there's going to be pretty much constantly spawning fire alerts. So in this one, we still need to fix pipes, but now we have to find. It's basically a domino effect of keys, is the best way I can describe it. You find one key that opens another room, that has another key in it, that gives you the key card you need to get to the engineer's office. So this one, if somebody's good at sprinting around stuff, like you're looking for like the classic key with like a glowing Coca-Cola bottle on it, and then using those to open rooms, hopefully find then it's a glowing red key card. Well, so the key card spawns in 4 main rooms, and once we have a second, I'll be happy to show you guys. So, if you guys want to come down here. So the main rooms that the terminal down near the engineer's office says where he can be found is in here, the nursery, or up here in the over here in the workroom, which this one is a level 3 lockpick. And then you can see one of the keys right here through the window on top of it. Yeah, so that would in theory let you skip finding the first key to open the workroom. Although that key's right over here. Guys, over in here. Yeah, well the key's over here. And we should let one person handle this, just so like people don't yank or don't pick up a key, and then somebody's desperately searching for it, and somebody else will pick it up. Yep, so that key's right here. So that's community council, or I can show you where that one's at. But did you already pick it up? Okay, so maybe it does change for everybody.
Auxiliary flood control pumps are no
So
longer
over, so this
responding.
way, up here to the community council. It's up this long. Yeah, and then don't forget to see any of these pipes leaking, like, fix them. Like, this is the constant objective is fixing the flood control pipes. Okay, and then the community council. Yeah, the community council is up here. So you go in here and look around. There's either going to be a red key card or a key for another room. The key for another room. So right over here next to the terminal is the nursery key. So we grab that. So then we got a key. So I got the nursery key. So then we run back to the nursery. And then start this one. It's on the terminal. Okay, come in here. I can show you. Here's what the key card looks like. So right here on the corner of the shelf, maintenance engineer ID card. Everybody see it? So then once you got that, you go down here. This is like the furthest spot away. So if everyone wants to follow me, it's kind of you got to go all the way down into like the living quarters. And like every little nook and cranny is going to have these leaking pipes, and every time we fix one we get 15 seconds. So like if you're running by them, just smash E on them real quick. They take, like, as long as you trigger them, they'll fix apparently, like this. So yep, so we kind of push our way into the back rooms here, and then this is the room we need to open.
Acquire the pump restart codes before proceeding with the operation.
So in here we have this terminal, which you can just hack, or if you look around, there's a glowing red holotape. That the holotape is the password, so so it's right here behind this photo. So you can use that to just break into the terminal. Well, if you look, I mean, look, it's right here. It'll probably save us time if you know how to look for it. So, like, you grab it, and then you activate the... Yep. And then there should be an option to print the codes that we need. Yeah, so we need the codes for at the very end of the mission, but it also gives us access to the next section. So we got the codes. Now we basically run all the way back. Here's a legendary.
compromised.
Yeah, that's basically how they screw over anybody trying to do the bloody build. Is all the venom and poison and radiation in here. All right, so. So this is the midway point, more or less, or at least this is where they give you you get a reward here, and you can, it actually pauses the timer while you're in here, and there's all the workbenches, and you can take a chance to fix your stuff. Oh yeah, no, yeah, it's just like any other container. It's your own version. This always has some kind of cosmetic item in it. It's usually a pretty common one. Like I have a mechanic's jumpsuit, but it's just a random cosmetic. Maybe. I'm doing good. Usually I just use this as a spot to scrap everything I picked up. So once you're good here, basically you push this button. It asks you if you want to keep going because of the yada yada. It's paused. The next part's basically, so the next part takes a lot of coordination. Like you could solo get to this part without too much issue, maybe even in the timed mode, but this next part takes a lot of coordination.
Warning. Warning. Power
Yep, so we're restarting the reactor. So, again, first objective when you get in here is pipes. So you gotta do all the pipes. But before we start the whole process, you are even in this mode, you're on a timer for restarting the reactor. If you fail it, you just have to restart from the beginning, but that can be annoying enough on its own. Yeah, I mean, you can, if we get stuck, it's not a huge deal to have to restart the restart, but it can be a pain. Okay, if we have a free moment here, so, oh, did somebody start it? Oh, okay, no, that was the pipes, okay. Yep. Okay, so, basically, this whole section is full of objectives that we have to do. I'll try to point out some of the finickier ones. A lot of them are just collect random items that are laying around. So you'll see like little things that look like keys, things that look like the hallucinogen canisters, the green ribbed canisters. They'll be glowing purple instead. Those are catalyst. Yeah, reactor. There's also mainframe cores, and there's one other thing. Oh yeah, there's also a magnetic reader card. Basically, once you collect those, it'll have a nice little diamond where you need to input those. So those aren't too bad. Those are pretty easy, and you can grab them preemptively too, so that you can just have them in your inventory for when that objective pops up. Now the finikier objectives we have to do are going to be following instructions on how to restart subsystems. So everybody's going to want to kind of follow me. There's so basically you can see there's a bunch of rooms with labels like this one. Guys over here. Like this is pressurization. So like there'll be basically on one of the terminals there'll be a list of these that we'll have to do in a specific order. Basically all you have to. Yep, and then you push the button over here, like on the panel. In the room that's called out, you push this button, that starts that system, and then you do the next one. And if you start one in the wrong order or you don't do it quick enough, it does block us. And now, if you want to come over here, I want to push out the ones that are kind of more hidden than some of the other ones. A lot of them are right off the main room, but then there's the west and east generator room, which are back in this back hallway. So there's west, and then east is on the other side. And then the one that people usually get confused on is there's one up on the second floor. Which is back in here. Which is the Vault Power interface, which is, or Interlink, sorry, which is just up here. So I've had people forget where this one's at before, and then they're like, I don't know where it's at, and you know, that causes and that, so that one's the other one that's really a pain are these breakers over here. So there's a set of these panels on either side, and they're numbered. If we get the reset breakers objective, she reads out 4 numbers, and only does it once. And as far as I know, they're not listed anywhere. You don't get like a printout so that you can reference. But if you get that objective, you have to flip all of them down except the 4 that she gave you at the start. So yeah, so there's ones on this side, and then there's ones on the other side. So basically, hopefully we won't get that one. That one's probably the most pain. Final one that's a little more of a chore is we have to input the reactor restart codes, which are these panels right here. There's a primary and a secondary. Yep. And if we have to do that, you have to input like a text or like a digit code on here. The code prints out up here on this printer. They're the ones that are annoying. They're the ones that aren't as straightforward as the other ones. A lot of them are literally just grab the thing, touch it on the other thing, and then you're done. But those are the ones where you actually have to work for it a little bit. If we're lucky, we'll just collect resources and input them into different terminals and objects. Yep, we can definitely give it a run here. I'll start it up right here. It's this terminal over on this side that starts it.
Reactor control system initialized. Initiating emergency restart procedure. Complete each step in the procedure as directed. Failure to complete the required actions within the operational window will abort the restart procedure. Step 1. Now printing reactor reset codes. Enter the codes into the reactor keypads.
Should let me grab it so we can read them out. Only one person gets it.
The water filtration system is offline.
Okay. So if you guys want to run down to those terminals, I can read them off to you here. Yeah, it's the panel. It'll say primary or secondary. So if you're on primary, the code is 14062. And then secondary is 34624.
Step 2. Use the reactor control cards to authorize the emergency restart procedure.
Okay, look for the magnetic, like, swipe cards. We need to basically, just run them through anything that's got the diamond on it. So, like, if you have one, one card can be used for all of them. You just gotta run them through these different, all, like, the magnetic strip readers. And there's 2 up on the second floor over there.
Step 3. Open the reactor fluid intake and outflow valves.
Okay, just a bunch of valves. They'll be... yeah, if it says open, click it. If it says close, do not click it.
Qua dice aperta. Che cazzo? Vabbè, no, quelle aperte no. Dice chiudi.
Yeah, they take a second to twist, so, Yep, you don't have to stay on top. You don't have to stay on top of it once it twists.
Step
So
4.
there we go. We got them all.
Reactor catalyst supply depleted.
Okay, purple
Insert
tube
fresh
things.
catalyst canisters into the designated receptacles.
We just need 2, so just stick them in the diamonds.
Step 5. Power surge detected. Replace the damaged mainframe
All right.
cores.
Yep. Now we got to do mainframe cores. We need quite a few of these. They're over on these panels down here. So. Yep. You're good. So it's just like launching a nuke. You stick them. You put the new cores in the panels, and they're just laying around pretty much anywhere and on everything in this shelves down here. So.
Step 6.
It's just out of your inventory. I don't know if it counts the ones from the silo. So then the last step is always just up here in the center hallway. There's just a big red button. Yep, so there's just a big red button that you push, and we've restarted the reactors. So then now this is another draining part, so the next door we need to run through is over here.
Routing power to the pump control
So you
station.
can pretty much just stand here and fight the horde that it spawns while you wait for the door to open. And there will be another legendary in this wave, and it's almost always a 2-star.
Now draining the utility wing. Now draining
It's usually a glowing one.
Please stand by.
Look at the different glowing ones. It's almost always a glowing one. He's right there. It's right there.
Operation complete. You may now access the utility wing. The agriculture section.
Yeah, that can be a bit goofy. So, alright. So, push button. Come on. There we go. So, we run through these tunnels. There's a few random pipes you can fix on your run through here. Just listen for, like, the leaking water. It's just like hearing the hiss of the pipes in the reactors. So there's nothing really you have to do in this room except fix pipes, and there's always Mirelurks in here. You can just run through this room if you need to. If you're low health or something. But there are pipes to fix. So, like, it didn't take us very long to wipe those out, so, like, it'd be good to fix. Yeah, it's worth leaving somebody in here to fix the pipes, cause if they can do it quickly, because as I said, it's 15 seconds per pipe.
Warning. Flood control pump beta has failed. All flood control pumps have failed. Enter the pump restart codes to restart the pumps.
And then so basically you come up here through one of these doors. So I don't think I've ever gone down here. Oh, okay, that's just the stairs up to this floor. Pipes are all over.
Repairs acknowledged. Restart the flood control pump in order to fix the pump control station.
So this section's pretty easy. You remember when we printed those codes off of the printer in the living area? It gives it to the whole group. When somebody picks it up, it gives it to the whole group. So just look in your notes, and at the bottom there they are. Yep, it's this is the, I mean, air quote unquote boss is this thing here, the Strangler Heart. It's not
Vista,
really
vista.
that much of a pain though. So basically, we need to restart these 4 pumps. We have a sheet with codes. The code will tell you, like, it's it's per one. So yeah, on alpha, you need to go for alpha. So, I find that it's easiest just to pull up in your, like if you have a cell phone or something with a camera on it, just open up your inventory, look at the note, take a picture of the note, and then just look down and reference it real quick. Yeah.
Water samples tested positive for biological contaminants.
I think you just gotta kind of jump into it and be aware that it vomits like hard radiation occasionally. All right. So then, so basically, then I mean, other than as I said, always fixing the pipes for time. Just type in the code on for the right panel.
Restart successful. Restart successful.
I got them on my cell phone, so I'm just running around doing them. Appreciate it though, man. And some people might need the. Those start now. We need to fight the Strangler Heart. So basically the thing will start opening and closing. Every time it closes, it spawns a new wave of NPCs that we need to take care of.
All flood control pumps are now operational.
Just need to wait for it to open. So, there we go.
station.
Yeah, yeah, there's one that spawns. It's always such chaos in here that you don't always pay attention, though.
Ah, che hai lasciato il braccio? Un braccio destro leggendario. Io l'ho trovato qua, però non so se è lo stesso.
You'll get another one. You'll get another legendary here in just a second, though. So if you did miss the one, you're not totally screwed. You get one out of a box to the left through this door. Okay. So push the button. This door opens. Some more ghouls. This steamer truck here always has a legendary in it for you. And then this terminal here, you need to, I think this is the end of the raid every time. You click this terminal, the pump control terminal. You go down to the, I've done it enough, I'll let someone else do it. You push on it, open it up. There is protocol K52, emergency flood protocols. You start that, and that ends the mission. K52, emergency flood protocol. She tells you right at the start.
Flood control procedure K52. Rerouting all available power.
Thankfully, it's the same one every time, as far as I can tell. But it, like, when the mission first starts, it tells you that you need to get all the way through and activate K52.
Flooding has stabilized. Emergency operation successful. Thank you for your assistance. Collect your hazard pay from the security office as you exit the vault.
And
Have a
then
nice
there's
day.
our rewards. Yeah, I'll probably be around.
Io sento un cazzo che hai detto devi farlo? Io non so se faccio in tempo.
Yeah, so we're totally done. You can fast travel now, or you can wait a second or two, and the vault will kick you out by itself. So So if you want to run around and pick up junk and stuff to scrap, you can do so. Keep an eye out. This vault has like disease cures like everywhere. Yeah, so just look for the bottles that are laying around everywhere, and like about half the time they're in the med kits too. It's a looks like a Tylenol bottle. It's a white pill bottle with a red cap. Frankly, it's worth running like the first couple of like objectives alone multiple times. Like here, come over here if you can, before it kicks us out. This is the disease cure bottle.
Non mi sembra niente di eccessivo. Sì, sta sovraccarico.
Yep, have a good one, man. Just had somebody invite me to go run standard mode, so I'm gonna run over there and do that with them. Yep, and that should help you. Now that you know what you're doing, that should help for the next run of this mission. But I mean, we have what, today and tomorrow to run this version of it, and then next week it'll be a new mission. You can complete it once on each difficulty. So novice, standard, and expert. Yep, see it.